What's up, YouTube? My name is John, and you are watching the JandJAutoWrecking YouTube channel. As you may have seen in the Car Trek Series 3 Christmas special, Hoovie's Garage gave us a phone call one Saturday afternoon and told us to fly to a castle in the middle of Missouri to purchase 3 luxury cars sight unseen. Took about 12 hours of traveling, 1 rental Tesla with a dead battery, but we made it. You guys can imagine how confused I was when I showed up to these 3 cars here. But I did what I do best, and we took them on a test drive. Well, this one, on a very failed test drive. We gave them a very thorough inspection, shrewdly negotiated with Ed to purchase all 3 of these cars and bring them back to Marshallville for parts. What seemed like weeks went by, but the cars finally arrived at JandJAutoWrecking. I completely had forgotten that the S8 needed an oil pan, so I did what I did best and grabbed a bunch of JB Weld and some metal and went to town fixing this so we could get some oil back into it. The time has finally come, though. This Audi needs to be parted out. So I've got to get a jump box on this thing, drive it up the hill to the shop where we can get it washed up and just see what's actually still good on this thing. Let's get a battery booster on this car, fire it up, and see what she does. We cannot close her trunk fully for fear of never being able to get back into it. There's something going on with the ignition switch up there, and sometimes it kind of eats the key, and that combined with a dead battery leaves us with absolutely no way to get into the trunk to jumpstart this thing. So I very carefully got it closed here. I actually probably need to trip the latch. That would be really smart. Oh, it won't let me do it. Way to go, Audi. Let's go ahead and hook up the jump box here, though. All right, let's see if this thing will still fire up, because I really want to take this thing on one last drive around the yard. Uh-oh, I latched it. Not good. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I really want to drive this thing one last time before she dies. Kind of a sad moment. I've got, I forget how many quarts of the finest German castrol in this thing, so we should be good to drive it. I am going to have to let it raise up, though. The thing has been sitting since October, and the suspension has left the building. This thing only has 119,000 miles on it. Wow, okay. Fired right up. Something popped up there, not really sure what's going on. We've got navigation going. The climate control is on. All right, I'm gonna let this thing air up, and then we're gonna take it on a quick test drive. All right, it has now been like 15 minutes. I've rebooted the Audi like 10 times now. It's still yelling at me for stuff. It just finally raised the suspension up high enough to where we can drive this thing. So I'm gonna try to take it into the shop under its own power. Maybe we'll take a detour along the way. Who knows? Let's see what we get into here, though. Does it move? Please release parking brake. Well, a minute ago it said the parking brake wasn't working. Now we are. Oh man, is this thing good? Let's test out this Quattro system. Yeah. Random field donuts? Why not? Oh no, we lost the GoPro! Test drive was a success, I think. Not really sure what happened in here. We're gonna let this thing cool off for a minute. We're gonna pull it in the shop there, and then we'll get her cleaned up and see what exactly happened. Excuse me, sir, if you could valet it up front. This is a Lamborghini. Thank you. So this just happened at work today. Yeah. It is the next day. We managed to get the S8 into the shop here. Mason so graciously cleaned up my mess, as you guys can see on the floor here. It actually clogged the drain, so I had to spend a decent amount of time getting that drain unclogged, so that's why this test video rolled into the next day. But now it's time to take a look around this car, get down to business, and see what is actually good and going to be for sale on this thing. We're probably going to offer some of these pieces up as like a wall art kind of memorabilia deal, just because they're so beat up, but they're pretty cool. And if you're a car guy, this would be, you know, some stuff I would want to hang on my wall. First off, I'm going to point out the fact that this car is two totally different colors. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick this up, but this whole side of the car is purple, like a metallic purple. The Carfax does show this thing was in a left front accident at some point in its life. We popped this wheel off over here. We found the accident. Not sure how I can describe it. I wouldn't even call it repaired. We'll say it's patched. This car has been very creatively patched back together. It's got a piece of apron from another car that's all rusty and nasty because they didn't even weld it in right. The wiring is pinched. The big electrical draw we have, I'm pretty sure is located somewhere over here. Like I said, just wanted to get that out of the way, guys. There's no way this thing could be fixed. I mean, it could be, but there's really no reason to fix this thing. It's only worth so much, and you would have a conservative $10,000 in getting this car back on the road with interior work. But she's here for parts. The front bumper we're going to be offering for sale as a wall art piece. The grille will not be included. We are going to leave the CarTrek and Auto Tempest emblems on them. It is pretty beat up though. Some guy smashed it into a bunch of rocks, and this is what happened. It really wasn't in that great of shape to begin with though. There's Mason getting us that purple. Yeah, now we can see. Purple, purple, nurple, black. Purple, black. That fender is black. Not. It's our favorite movie around here. We always have to quote it. The wheels are in good condition. We're going to be selling those as singles. A little bit of curb rash on them, but they'd be pretty cool to put a table on. Do something cool with. This is the fender that tagged the fence post. Surprisingly, it's not in that bad a condition, so we are going to offer it up for sale. A little bit of damage here from the castle. Little paint scuffage there. Another cool piece. You guys can put it on your car or hang it on the, hanging on the garage wall. The only door mirror that's any good is this passenger one here. It is power heated and folding. We have fully tested it. Oh wow, this thing has a pillar dent. I never even noticed that. We didn't notice that this car was two shades of whatever, purple, black, until we washed it, and it's been here for like 3 months now. Moving along though, these doors are in good shape. They're obviously going to need resprayed, but all the moldings are there and in good shape. Pretty sure these lower door fins are specific to the S8. A lot of this nice, I guess you call it brush trim, is still in good shape as well. Oh, never mind, that's got a gas door release. As you guys can see here, she is on life support. This thing is absolutely killer on batteries. It just keeps draining them. Here is the rear bumper that is in terrible condition, but another cool piece if you want to hang it on your wall. It did have a nice exhaust till it got bashed into some rocks. Still sounds good, but totally not usable. We'll even leave the parking sensors in for you free of charge. Super cool Audi caution triangle too, going to be for sale. A staple of any Audi owner's life. You're totally going to need that thing. Same deal on this side. The doors are in good condition. Totally need a respray though. That rocker panel molding kind of exited the group chat there when I took it through a field. Yeah, that's not going to buff out. All right, let's step inside here because there's a lot to go over in here as well. All right, right off the rip, man, the dash is busted. All the mounts are blown out for this. Leather is ripped up there. The carbon fiber trim is in great shape. We're going to be selling all of that. See if we can get this to fire up here. Yep, make sure I can't turn the radio on. The MMI is dead. You can't click So it makes things very interesting. You're kind of stuck with whatever you got going on there. Well, we got cracks in the carbon here. Way to go. Might be another wall art piece. Climate control unit is dying in front of us. The pixels are going out on it. That is no good. The cluster is in great shape. Alcantara headliner kit. We're going to pull that out and have that for sale. Wow, this thing will not stop yelling at me. I'm not even running it and it's just screaming. It's that angry. Like I said, Alcantara headliner conversion. I believe it'll fit a standard A8. I don't know. Somebody might want to put it in. It's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, there's a little bit of a smell in here. We'll call it the Car Trek funk mixed with electrical fire and smoke from yesterday's shenanigans. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up though and talk about the V10, which is actually, the motor's fine, guys. Without saying too much, the motor's fine. Holds oil, it's got a good oil pan, she's good to go. I fixed that. We're gonna put a different pan on it before it ships out though. 119,441 miles on it, running well. Let me pull the old hood release here. There is the heart of the beast, the 5.2 liter V10. We are going to be selling this motor. It has decent miles on it. It's not going to come with any of the accessories, the fuel pumps, and the belt-driven accessories up front. No throttle bodies. We paid a ton for this car, and it's beat, and we knew it, but we got to kind of do what we can to get some money back out of it here. One thing I wanted to point out though, we found this car is, well, we know it has wiring issues, but at some point in its life, somebody damaged the wires for the throttle body on this side. So they did like what every self-respecting mechanic does. They just cut into the harness and ran new ones over here. And it's not good. Earlier when I was playing with that wire, the left throttle body was revving up and down and the motor was doing some weird stuff. It was actually arcing out on the metal reinforcement up there, but we got that fixed for now. Missing all this cowl paneling up there is what it is. Go ahead and shut the, oh wow, that's nice. That rubbed through, don't know what did that. Headlights are in good condition. Oh, it's got LEDs up here. These are by Xenon, both tested. This side's gonna need a good polishing, but we'll go ahead and do that. Put a nice ceramic coating on them. You guys already saw me test the transmission. We know the differentials are good. The Quattro system works. I tested it well in that field. It's just a really heavily worn car. I know the filming wasn't good to it. The wreck wasn't good to it. The previous owner probably wasn't too good to it. Whoever painted it wasn't too good to it. Long story short, this thing needs to die and we are finally gonna put it to rest. But if you guys are looking for parts off this car, for wall art, whatever you guys, maybe you want to actually repair your car with some of this stuff. I'm sure it's got a ton of good mechanical parts underneath we can't see. She's just really, really rough around the edges. But like I said, if you guys are looking for parts on this, I'm going to leave a link to our website, www.JandJAutoWrecking.com. We're going to list all the parts for sale off of this car, Mona, and the Rolls. Those will be coming up probably about a week apart on each one. Give us some time to process these, really let these things sink in. If you want to see the other cars, make sure you subscribe. Down here, over there, the guy that does the editing is going to put a box somewhere over here this way. We don't have any merch to plug, so I can't do that. But like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, so you guys can find out what happens with Mona. I really want to jump that thing again. I'm not sure the boss man's going to let us do that and for insurance reasons, but I think Mona needs to take one last flight. I'm John at JandJAutoWrecking. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, kids, shart. Oh, the car literally just sharted. Yeah. Why did we buy this? Because it's cool. I may have had something to do with that. It came with a triangle. Oh, Christmas tree, why did I buy this Audi?